Showrooms are bright. New models keep launching. EV ads are everywhere. But something is quietly changing beneath the surface. Car sales are no longer accelerating. They are slowing down, not crashing, not collapsing, just losing momentum. And that shift tells us something very important about where Malaysia's economy is heading. Over the last few years, Malaysia went through what looked like a car boom. But it wasn't a real boom. It was a delayed wave. During the pandemic, people could not buy cars. When restrictions ended, everyone rushed in at the same time. That created long waiting lists, higher prices, and record bookings. But once that backlog was cleared, something strange happened. Demand stopped growing. Not because people stopped liking cars, but because they reached their financial limit. Today, buying a car in Malaysia is not a small decision. It is a 7 to 9 year commitment. When someone signs a car loan, they are locking in their future income. At the same time, everything else is getting more expensive. Food, insurance, medical bills, education, housing, petrol. So people are asking a new question. Can I survive if something goes wrong? That question is slowing the market more than any interest rate. This is happening even though Malaysia still has one of the highest car ownership rates in Southeast Asia. Most households already own at least one vehicle. So new demand does not come from first-time buyers anymore. It comes from replacement buyers, people changing cars. And replacement demand is very sensitive to confidence. When people feel unsure, they delay. This is why total industry volume, the total number of cars sold, is expected to moderate, not collapse, but normalize. The industry is moving from a post-pandemic surge back to reality. Many hoped electric vehicles would create a new growth wave, but EVs in Malaysia face structural limits. Most EVs are imported. Prices are high. Battery replacement is expensive. Resale value is uncertain. Charging infrastructure is still uneven. For wealthier buyers, EVs are a lifestyle choice. For middle-class families, EVs feel risky. So EVs are not replacing petrol cars in large numbers. They are only adding to the market at the top. That is not enough to sustain mass growth. This is why internal combustion engine cars, petrol and diesel, will remain dominant for years. They are cheaper to buy, easier to service, and easier for banks to finance. When times are uncertain, people choose what feels safe. Another important factor is financing. Banks have become more careful. They are more strict about loan approvals, more cautious about long tenures, more focused on repayment ability. This further slows the market, not dramatically, but steadily. So what does this mean for the industry? It means car makers must shift strategy. They cannot rely on volume growth anymore. They must compete on price, value, financing packages, and after-sales service. The era of easy demand is over. For consumers, this is actually good. It means more promotions, better deals, more competition, but it also means people must think more carefully. A car is no longer just transport. It is a long-term financial decision. This slowdown also tells us something deeper about Malaysia. Big purchases slow first. Cars, homes, durable goods. When people delay these, it means they feel squeezed. So the car market is acting as an early warning system. It is telling us that households are under pressure, not in crisis, but under strain. And this is why the market is moving into the slow lane. Not because Malaysians stopped wanting cars, but because they are protecting their future. People don't stop buying cars because they stop dreaming. They stop because the future feels uncertain. And when uncertainty rises, people slow down. That is what Malaysia's car market is showing us today. Not a crash, a pause, a signal.